Hey, it's Brendan again, and welcome back to the Man Project. So yeah, today we've got hopefully a good one for you. And today we want to talk about how to achieve. And this is sort of a realization I've had before, but not, when I haven't necessarily achieved so much. It's like, how are you gonna explain that or help other people? And the answer is that maybe it's more to help me. So if I do the research and I'm trying to look into this stuff, try to learn a little bit, add that knowledge, and if I can share what I've read, what I've learned with somebody else and teach it in a simpler way, then that also helps me to learn it better. So we're going to talk about some stuff I found out lately over the last couple days looking into this stuff, and stuff I've been doing for a while that I've learned in the last couple years. So yeah, stick around. Here we go. Okay, we want to break it down into three main points here. And really, when I say how to achieve, the most important point, and I think the first one, is you have to know what it is that you want to achieve. So that kind of leads us into goal setting, making a goal, having a target of, okay, I want to be successful, but in what? What is it that you're aiming towards and putting your energy towards? So, number one point, how to achieve. You have to know what it is that you want to achieve. Okay? So, you need to have clear and defined goals. So this video is just going to be about goal setting. Why do we need to set goals? How to set goals? Why it's a good idea. So sort of what you focus on and what you pay attention to every day is sort of what breeds, if that makes sense. So even at your job, say you go to a job, whether you like it a lot or maybe you don't as much, but still just the fact that you're putting attention and focus into something for 8 hours a day, you can see you're increasing and getting more successful, as long as you're not quitting or putting in zero effort, which a lot of people do. But think about it that way. And even I've got a line from this book here, The Richest Man in Babylon, which I recommend you read. It's pretty short and pretty easy. But here they're talking, one of the characters, and he's talking to his friend about, why are they both poor, or at least not men of means, not wealthy, like some of the other people in Babylon, one of the richest cities in the world at the time. So they're talking about, why aren't we wealthy? Why are we stuck in poverty with the rest of these people? And the one is a lyre player. I don't even know what that is. Maybe some kind of like harp or something. And then the other one makes chariots. So they're talking amongst each other. And here's the line. So, "Thou makest me to realize the reason why we have never found any measure of wealth. We never sought it. Thou hast labored patiently to build the staunchest chariots in Babylon. To that purpose was devoted your best endeavors. Therefore, at it thou didst succeed. I strove to become a skillful lyre player, and at it I did succeed. In those things toward which we exerted our best endeavors, we succeeded." So, I think that's a very true point. And it doesn't necessarily just have to be about wealth in terms of making money, but writing out your goals and thinking about the things that you want to achieve just directs your focus to what it is that you really want, whether it's being the best father, husband, or employee, or businessman, entrepreneur, whatever it would be. So yeah, these things that we put our attention and our focus on are what grow. So all we're doing every morning and every night when we're writing out our goals, things that we want to achieve in life, we're pointing our attention towards that, so that our actions throughout the day can reflect and help those areas to breed. So I was listening to an audio program by Earl Nightingale. It's an old kind of leadership success talk kind of thing, and he's talking about a ship and a captain and the captain of a ship. So he says that if you go to the captain of a ship at sea and ask him what his next port is, where it is that we're headed, he would tell you right away in an instant. He knows it off by heart. He probably knows the coordinates he probably knows exactly how long he expects before they would make it and arrive at the port. So that's kind of what we're doing with our goals, right? If you just have no point of aim, you're going to be lost at sea, according to the analogy. So that's a really neat point. So that port, even though it may be slightly out of reach, as long as you know where it is that you're heading and why, then you can focus your attention there, like I said. So even if somebody were to come and ask you, hey, where are you headed, or what's your plan for the next year, maybe the next 5 years, just like the captain, maybe you should be able to say, this, then this, and this is how I'm going to get there, this is how long it's going to take, roughly, if that makes sense. So instead of just being lost and meandering, you know exactly where your port is, where you're headed. And if you don't have that, like I said, you'd just be a lost cause, wandering wherever the tides would carry you. Okay, so that's kind of the second point there. And then just the third point to finish it off here quick. I want to tell you to make your dreams and your goals big. So when you're writing them out, make it bigger than maybe something that you think is easily attainable. It should be challenging, but most importantly, exciting. Like if you're not excited about your goals, if it's not giving you the fizz because this is something that you really want to accomplish, like you can close your eyes and imagine this, and you're going to light up, because having that in your life, whatever it is going to provide you with what it is that you're seeking, sort of. Things in the world don't, that's a topic for another day. But yeah, make them big, make them exciting, so that you are excited, because every action, like the amount of action that it's going to take for you to achieve your goal, is tough. It requires energy. So in order to provide this energy, there has to be a desire. A desire kind of brings energy with it. So your goal has to be big enough that you have a burning desire for it, because the outcome's great enough that it's worth it to you to put in the amount of effort that you need. And of course, having a goal is nothing without action. Like going back to our same ship analogy, if you have no energy powering the ship, whether it's paddles or an engine, you're not going anywhere, or a sail even. You're directing and using the wind, but you need to have that energy source, whether it's the wind, the udders, the boat engine. You need something powering you. So if you don't have big enough goals to get you excited, then you're not going to have enough desire to call enough energy to put into the action that you need to get it done. Yeah, that's about it. So this is, I guess, not a full how to achieve, I guess, but more just focusing on goals, setting goals, making goals. And I think that's really important. So yeah, like I said, just to summarize quick, you should write out your goals every morning and every night, things that you want to accomplish in your life. Maybe it's 5 or 6 things, or a longer list, or maybe you want to just break it down to one thing at a time, if that's for you. You can kind of get creative with it, but the most important thing is to, like I said, aim your life force at something, and put your attention and your focus into particular things instead of big general things, right? Like I said, if you're the captain of your ship, somebody comes to you and says, where are we going? Where's our next port? You should be able to tell them the coordinates. How long is it going to take us to get there, etc. So yeah, and if you're part of a family, get your wife on board, get your kids on board, let them know as well. Maybe they'd be like passengers or crewmates, and you get there together. It's fun and exciting. And yeah, like I said, make it big, dream big, act big, and yeah. So yeah, like I said, these are more for me. I guess try to teach in a simple way so that other people can understand, and that helps me to understand it better. So hopefully you got some value from it. But yeah, until next time, it's Brendan from the Rand Project. Have a great day.